Shalom, Kol Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Machakudash. Shanya Kabad Akadwala Rekwab Zequanium Nawa Wa Shalayakim Nawa. That's the belongings to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Wabarakim Labakarium, Shaliyasharala. That's peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Yeah, man. So just gonna showcase this video that I found on TikTok, just scrolling. And there's a reason why the Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. There's a reason why we're supposed to be a holy people, because when we see the characteristics of the heathen and we look at their actions and even just knowing the way that they think, they're lawless. They're nasty, and they're outright disgusting. There has to be a change in, like bros say, the ownership of this world, and that will happen when the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ returns. His true name is Yahushai. So let's watch this video. We're going to grab some corresponding precepts really quickly, and then we'll get out of here.
Exactly why y'all be sick. Y'all take y'all ass out of town if you want to. Take your ass out the country. Auntie just spit in that bitch. Go ahead, get out the country, get you some of that squeezed cheese sauce. Look at that right there. Get you some of that wrist sauce. Some of that hand dip. Look. Yeah, I know y'all niggas want a little bite of this. A little footy pizza feet, bitch. Yeah. Dip that in there. Put your hand in the grease. Fuck it. Come on over here. Let me see what y'all finna make today with them dirty ass fingertips. That nigga just made a bowl of doodle balls. What's this? Okay, we got them peppers. Okay, a little pepper, a little hand. No gloves. The t-shirt old. Come on, give me a bowl of it. Fuck it. Oh, wipe your mouth on it. Okay, that's some mashed up. What the fuck are you making? I don't want to know exactly why y'all.
It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting, dirty, nasty heathens. And I'm so grateful that I haven't been able to travel abroad, because I just know myself. I'm the one to explore, try the ethnic foods. Yeah, man, just if you do it, take heed to where you eat. That's all. And this is why it's important, just in general as well, to just pray over your food. You never know how these things are being made, even in a so-called quality restaurant. But look how these heathen conduct themselves. Granny had the nerve to spit in it, and then they're putting, seasoning in it and sauce or whatever, and then they're putting it over their hand, dipping their dirty little nasty hands in it. One dude had dough on the floor and was stomping on it with his feet. Now you heard Jake. Jake is funny, of course, and that's what really made me stop when I was scrolling, because Jake is funny and has humor. But on a serious note, I mean, come on. This is how the people, heathen, are conducting themselves, that people that rule this world. My man said little pepper, little hand. Little pepper, little hand. It's nasty.
I'll be sick. Y'all take y'all ass out of town if you want to. Take your ass out the country. Auntie just spit in that bitch. Go ahead, get out the country, get you some of that squeezed cheese.
Like, why was he right here? Whatever he was putting in here, water, I guess, why would he have to rinse his hand off too? Nasty. Now we see why the Lord said this in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, starting at verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God or power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, all these other nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Now you see how the heathen are conducting themselves, and this is just one small example. Well, I say small, but it's big. I mean, you get people sick. They can die off of this crap. Dirt and germs and bacteria spreading all throughout your body. And then you go home, you visit one of these places, go home, you get sick, and you don't even know why. because you ain't seen him make it. This is filthy. But now look at us, the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're in a low place. We're not regarded, even as our own nation, who we are. So who's setting the example to tell these heathen how they should be conducting themselves? Nobody. They're really just lawless. They're just brute beasts right now. They have no order. There's no standard. There's nothing. There's nobody to regulate them and say, don't do this, make sure you do that. Don't go here, don't eat this, make sure you do this before X, Y, and Z. So now we see why this was stated. I'm going to read verse 6 again. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? See, ain't nobody thinking about us like that anymore. You think about a so-called black man in general, you're thinking about basketball in terms of success, right? You're thinking about basketball, football, some kind of entertainer, an actor, a singer, rapper for sure. That's it. As a whole, our people aren't holy. No one's looking at our people for some kind of standard. It's just entertainment or BS. All right, let me jump over now to show you in the end days. This has been coming out recently a lot in the past 2 weeks. Micah 4, verse 1. Peaceful latter days. This is what we're looking forward to. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. A mountain represents a power structure, something great. The power structure, a government. And that power structural government in the latter days is going to be the tabernacle of David, which Yahushua is coming back to establish. And as a matter of fact, it's being reintroduced Salakia, to the world right now. That tabernacle is being built. Those men are being gathered. But when Yahushua returns, and Lord's will, we're in those new bodies, then finally in Jerusalem, that'll be the hub of the world. That's where the new world order is going to be established. And it says, people shall flow unto it. Finally, people are going to be seeking after righteousness. They're going to be seeking after that same kind of organization that we're going to establish. The laws of the Lord established throughout the entire world. Ain't nobody seeking after the so-called, I'll just say the people in the Holy Land right now. Them niggas are being bombed left and right. War is still going on in that land. Verse 2 says, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. So we're going to be established at the top over the other governments that we established, that we set up to govern certain parts of the earth. People are going to be questioning, wondering, hey, teach us of your ways. What's holy? What does it mean to be holy? What's good? What's bad? It goes on to say, and we will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. I'll read verse 3 since it's highlighted. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Plowshares and pruning hooks are tools meant for agriculture. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. There's not going to be any point. There's not going to be any point for war. Despite what a certain camp or the camps may teach. But right now there needs to be a change, and we damn well recognize that. I'm gonna end off with this one right here. Yeah, 10 minutes, that's good. This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach 10 verse 8. Because unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Let me read that one more time. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's why you got to pause at those commas and periods and stuff. Give yourself a break to read it and internalize what's being stated. And of course, the entire world has been given into the hands of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man that's ruling right now. But what has he done? He's passed along his wine, meaning his philosophies and doctrines, to the heathen, and now they've taken part as vassals to this man. They've given their power unto this beast system. So they've taken part of the unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit. So their kingdom, I'll say, their kingdom will be translated to who? The Israelites. When the Heavenly Father Yahweh gives his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, to go ahead to return. And he's going to come back and wage war with all of these nations. That's why it states in the book of Revelation, I believe, he had many crowns. Because he's coming back to rule. And the Bible does state that we're going to be joint heirs with him. That means we'll be ruling. And we need to. I mean, if we went on in a country like this, we'd all be dead. There'd be no one left.
Sauce. Look at that right there. Get you some of that wrist sauce. Some of that hand dip. Look.
Wrist
yeah, sauce. I know y'all niggas want a little bite of this. A little footy piece of feet, bitch. Yeah. Dip that in there. Put your hand in the grease. Fuck it.
All right, we're not gonna finish it. You see it. You can look it up on TikTok if you have one. You know. But that's it. Lord's word was edifying to the elect. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachakudash. The belongings to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.